Please welcome Daniel Khalessi.
Thank you. How are you guys doing today? I'm here today to tell you the story of a man who lived in a faraway place called Iran. He was born shortly after World War II, and his father served as a general for the king. He grew up in Iran, and after finishing college, he went to a magical place, the United States of America. He began working in Minneapolis, but his time there was brief, because as his country was engulfed in revolution, the grim news came that his father, the general, had been imprisoned. He returned to Iran and successfully negotiated his father's release. But as the clerical government continued to establish oppression, he permanently immigrated to the United States and became a citizen, never to return back to his old country. Today, his son has the chance to address you on this stage. My name is Daniel Khalessi, and I am the son of an Iranian immigrant. Like many of you, I am blessed to have been born in this great country, the United States of America. But there are youth in many countries around the world whose parents did not have the opportunities to come to our shores. They have been forced to grow up under autocratic rule and oppressive laws, and lack many of the freedoms that we enjoy as young Americans. As a democratically privileged, the burden falls on us to recognize and voice support for their aspirations of freedom and liberty. I'm here today to tell you that the Iranian people don't hate us. It's the government of Iran. When the government of Iran harms its own people, it's harming our allies, the youth of Iran. In Iran, 70% of the population is under the age of 30. It is a country of youth, just like us. 65% of the youth live in urban areas, and many of them strive to attain a university education. There are 28 million internet users and almost 100,000 active blogs. According to the U.S. Institute of Peace, Iranian youth are among the most politically active in the 57 nations of the Middle East. Not just thousands, but over an estimated million young Iranians poured into the streets to protest the injustice of the 2009 election. In the United States, our government does not beat us for calling out unfair elections. Our government does not expel us from college for having dissenting views. And our government does not imprison us for speaking out against injustice. When President Clinton was here earlier, he said there are still those in our country who say that our government is the problem. But the thing is that our government was built on the statecraft of democracy, not on the soulcraft of theocracy. We must be grateful for these freedoms. But to whom much is given, much is expected. The responsibility is thus ours to recognize that the large majority of intelligent young people in Iran are not very different from us. They want to enjoy their youth by holding hands and having the same freedoms that we have in the United States. They are not terrorists with bombs. They are students who dream of getting a degree from an American university. I believe we have a common youth culture that surpasses the confines of government, religion, and political ideology, and that we can work together to build a generation that can forge a bridge of democratic peace between the two countries. But in order to do so, we must first eradicate the mindset that governments and people are one and the same. Our future does not rest in the hands of those whose minds continue to be held hostage to the failed ideas of the past, for the ideas of our generation are the catalysts of the future. It is a future that politicians cannot simply legislate. It is a future that radical clerics cannot dictate. And it is a future that the stinging bullets of violence and the blazing flames of hate shall not decimate. It is a future that only we have the power to create. Thank you.